just getting started.
It's Oscar week on Movie Preview. We're picking the 84th Academy Awards' biggest snubs, from Best Actor to Best Actress to Best Picture of the Year.
Be good to get it right.
Drive.
Who knows about this?
That's me, the police, the killer. And now you.
The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Whatever you say, I can do this. Let's go do this.
Warrior. 3 movies that right off the bat deserve a Best Picture slot so much more than what the Academy decided on. And this week, Movie Preview gets back at the Academy as we take a look at the biggest snubs this Oscar year. And be sure to stay tuned after the show for my review of the romantic comedy spy thriller, This Means War. I'm Bryce Balkin.
And I'm Evan Sullivan.
You know, if the Academy did their job right, we wouldn't even have to be going about this in such a hateful rant manner. But, you know, they did so much more wrong than right. That's why we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that, Bryce. Considering how poorly the Academy actually selected their nominations this year, and how they even snubbed almost every single top 10 list that was on Time and New York Times magazines, it's a shame, really, that we have to even do this show, I think.
Shame is the name of the game, and we're going to start right now by taking a look at the Best Actor category. Everyone more or less expected some of the nominees to include George Clooney for The Descendants, Jean Dujardin for The Artist, and Brad Pitt for Moneyball. But for me, Best Actor should always go to the one person who takes real chances and goes the extra mile. And this year, that was Michael Fassbender for Shame. And in Shame, he played Brandon, who was a case study of massive implosion, someone suppressing so much sexual frustration and wounds that in social situations he seems like the most chill, laid-back guy at the table, but he hides real vulnerability, and in scenes like this, we don't know how close to the edge he's being pushed.
You don't know? Can I see you again? Please? Is that too forward? I find you fascinating. I really do. I think you're a fascinating creature. I'd love to see you again. Listen, why don't we, this is a celebration. Let's get champagne.
Yes!
Champagne for everybody. The whole table. Come on. Champagne.
This is the kind of work Oscars feel so uneasy about because some of his traits include being full frontal nude, excessively masturbating, and preying on younger women. When the Academy saw this, all they probably saw was just an NC-17 carnival freak show, but if they were a little more perceptive, they would have seen that this is real and unblinking character study, which for my money is always fascinating to watch and always revealing something about human nature.
And it does seem to me that this year, for the Best Actor nominations, it was more of a safe bet.
There wasn't a
for
lot
the
of
nomination
range,
area.
really. I mean, what you have here is really just like damaged father figures.
Yes.
And these are good actors, but I think there were even better performances. Well, I think you have a snub in this category, right?
Well,
You
yeah.
and every other award show.
I think me, everybody, and every other critic that's ever even seen a movie. Of course, what I'm talking about is the movie Drive. Actor Ryan Gosling. He portrayed the character of the driver, a character that both resonated with critics and audiences alike. The character was so well characterized as the lone drifter, it reminisced on the old 70s grindhouse movies that everybody has been wanting to see. Ryan Gosling's performance was even awarded at the British Academy of Film Arts Awards, and even at the Cannes Film Festival earlier this year. But the fact of the matter is, the Academy stumped him completely from the Best Actor nominations.
Job coming up.
How about this? Shut your mouth, or I'll kick your teeth down your throat and I'll shut it for you.
And one has to wonder, what happened at those meetings with the Academy? I mean, to me, it was a no-brainer to accept Ryan Gosling. I mean, audiences loved him, critics loved him. He was the shoo-in for the nomination. But unfortunately, that's not how things turned out.
You know, I think what your snub and my snub have in common is that these are not real flashy performances. They don't do the predictable close-up stuff that gets you the Oscar. They do it through body language. They restrain themselves. They're more subtle. So in contrast, Jean Dujardin is most likely to win for The Artist because that was a real showy, extravagant, larger-than-life piece of acting,
Yeah.
and that's usually the stuff the Academy likes to cling on to. What these two actors do is much more tricky and much more exhilarating because they're kind of silent stars in their own way.
True.
They suppress so much, yet they're able to suggest so many dark depths about their characters.
Now with that, let's look at Best Supporting Actress. One nomination that's already in the list is Jessica Chastain for The Help. Now, when you look at The Help, there's also another movie Miss Chastain was in. Something a little bit more, I guess you could say, provocative. That was The Tree of Life, a movie that she performed earlier. To me, that was the movie that she should have been nominated, not for the blockbuster summer hit The Help. The Tree of Life was a movie that encompassed the entire aspect of humanity. And her performance in it was just a glimpse at what humankind has done in the, in the world. And the fact of the matter is, when she was nominated for The Help, she was just really a one-trick pony in the film. She had a character, she portrayed it very well, yes, but was it a well-rounded character? I don't believe it was.
Hundreds of actors could do what she did in The Help. Very few could work alongside Malik and do what she did in The Tree of Life.
You know what? Right you are, Bryce. And another actress that was totally snubbed from the nominations, yet most years is usually given a hint that she was going to be nominated, as Vanessa Redgrave. She portrayed Queen Elizabeth in Roland Emmerich's movie Anonymous. The fact is, when she portrayed Queen Elizabeth, she didn't just portray her as the cold, snubbed high monarch. We saw something that we don't really see in many movies like this, and that was a more personal and intimate, even sensual performance by such a highly regarded figure in history.
Anonymous, Your Majesty.
Anonymous. I so admire his verse.
When Redgrave got totally snubbed, she even mentioned herself, well, I guess I just can't perform any of these period pieces anymore. And it's a shame, really.
My pick in this category goes to actually a first-time actress whose only experience has been with modeling, but she made quite an impression in one of this summer's big movies, Crazy Stupid Love. And I'm talking about Annalie Tipton, who played the babysitter in the middle of a very complicated love triangle. And what really struck me about Tipton was just her naturalness. She's playing a high schooler in this movie, someone I feel I would have gone to high school with all the raging hormones and sexual curiosities. She's not just reacting to everything, she's part of the madness.
I know it!
He doesn't even know about the naked photos. What? You can just... Jessica!
I could see her playing Joan Cusack roles, getting even nuttier and ditzier on us. Okay, when we come back, we got even more bones to pick with the Academy as we continue our manhunt with Best Supporting Actor.
You've done an excellent job, Dr. Law. And thank you.